What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 tournament that we're running. This is the second qualifier, but the first European one. So first up, we'll go with some quick sad news. Now, we somehow avoided this issue in the first episode, which was just by pure luck. I think that there was no religious city-states, but now there's been one every time, and sadly I can't spectate if there's a religious city-state in the game, so I've had to turn them all off. For this one, Venice was supposed to be in this qualifier. I've moved them, so if someone does have maybe a solution, then that would help a lot. But yeah, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The first 9 European civs, excluding Venice, with the list of when you pick them. It's just not a random, that's about half. I think there's 18 in total. So yeah, this is 9 of them, and the other 9 will be in the other one. Obviously, I just feel bad for Venice and Austria. They're sort of the main losers. Greece as well lose out from a lack of city-states. But sadly, yeah, it just crashed every single time. I think 6 times I tried. And religious city-states, because I have to choose a pantheon for meeting them. And then, yeah, once I pick that pantheon, if I don't have a city, which would then mean I'd need to pick a production all the time and everything, it just crashes the game. So sadly, that's not going to happen. Now, the spawns on this map have been interesting. There's obviously I've made the map smaller because there is no city-states and there is 9 civs. Sweden have been blessed. I think I spawned here, which is kind of the problem. But yeah, Sweden is off here on their own in the corner and behind a wall of mountains. So you can probably ignore them for a long time. But again, same rules apply as the last one. The last 3 survivors potentially qualify. The last 2 are guaranteed. It doesn't matter how big they are, as long as the last 2 civs alive, guaranteed to be in the finals. With the others, I won't spoil it, but the other 3 from the Americas game, if you haven't seen that one. And then the civ that comes third in this one will then go to a vote with the civ that comes third in the other European qualifier in about a week's time, or whenever it is exactly. So yeah, because there'll be 5 civs from Europe, and there's 2 sort of qualifiers with 9 civs each. So yeah, you'll be able two from each one that automatically get through, and then there'll be sort of a vote between the 2 third places. Give you a bit of choice, but beyond that, we will get going. I need to introduce the civs. We've got Poland, the Celts, Greece, Russia, the Huns, England, Germany, Rome, and then Sweden off in the corner. So there we go. I'll just stick this on, and we will begin. Okay, so second cities coming through already. Rome just moving sort of eastwards. Germany doing the same with their city. Poland going along the coast, which could be quite useful. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, the sea could play a big part in this game. We also have Russia forward settling Greece very early on, and England forward settling Russia. Sweden also just emerging out of the corner. The Celts and the Huns now adding their second city, so everyone's up to 2 now. The Celts have grabbed the Temple of Artemis Wonder, and we have 3 cities for some civs. Russia's grabbed 3 and is going for a 4th here. Greece and Germany also with 3, sort of parallel to each other, and then Sweden and Rome also just grabbed a 3rd. Helsinki there for Sweden. Rome with 1 more towards the coast, and Greece grabbed the Great Library, which is great for technology for them early on. Okay, we have our first war, the Huns versus the Celts. Poland also just grabbed the Terracotta Army. We've got a lot of different strategies being employed. Greece joining in, and yeah, Celts probably dead very soon. Sweden grabs the Petra. But there's some really big civs, there's some small civs with big militaries. Yeah, there's definitely some different strategies being employed. And there is enough space, like the smaller civs have definitely chosen that option. They've not really been forced to be small. It's just kind of how it's ended up for them. But yeah, no one was forced to not have 4 or 5 cities, which some of the biggest civs do now have. So there you go, interesting strategies, and we'll see which ones come out on top. Not looking good for the Celts. Yep, they're right on the edge here in the red. Germany getting the pyramids. The Celts have got a few wonders, so this would be a good city to get. Yep, Stonehenge was there, although it just disappeared. Colossus is here as well, and that might be something else. I think, the Temple of Artemis there as well. Germany now going after Sweden, which is quite big. Germany, Sweden, and Rome are sort of the really big civs in terms of size. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's stop this auto-enter and have a look at what's going on right now. First is list. Most technologies. Germany and Russia leading the way on 19 each. And Greece, sorry, missed them out. Poland, Sweden, and Attila then with 18. England 17. And Rome 16. Obviously the Celts just got eliminated. I'm spectating as China today. I was just going through random civs when it kept crashing, and it just happened to finally work when I picked China. Because I removed the city-states. Nothing to do with it being China. At first I didn't know what the issue was, so I was just picking random ones. So Germany versus the Huns, and we obviously saw Germany v Sweden too. Now here is Germany with their 5 cities. Germany versus the Huns does not matter too much, but Germany v Greece is important. They will be fighting on 2 fronts, which is a little nervy. Poland will be fighting Greece though, so that sort of alleviates the pressure there a bit. Poland does look a lot stronger than Greece. Russia will be fighting Attila, that's pretty big, and England will also be in there, although they're a bit weak at the moment. And I mean, this city very randomly settled over here, but the land is actually going pretty quickly. Not much space left. I think this game is going to run a little bit quicker on my end, just because there's no city-states to process, and the map's a bit smaller as well. And here we go. Attila should get his first win of this war. Yep, easily capturing Novgorod here off Russia, but most of Russia's forces down here, and yeah, going after the former Celt city, a good start. And Germany making some progress against Greece as well. I was not expecting that, but I guess, and they're fighting Sweden, so that's quite impressive from the Germans so far. Oh, Germany pieced out with Sweden already. Never mind, that ended pretty quickly. I think Rome is about to attack them, or has already, and is just arriving. And Germany did capture this city off of Greece. And Russia grabs Dublin, although then they attack Greece, so that was maybe a bit of a mistake. Not sure how well that will go. Oh wow, so many cities just fell. I don't even know who took what. Okay, Germany took this off Greece, Greece took this one back, and then the Huns grabbed this one. There is a lot going on right now. Russia's still making progress against the Huns, despite losing Novgorod, and England's actually maybe going to grab Novgorod. So that's going to be quite interesting. Greece and Germany still battling it out over that city, the northern one here. So that's still going on, and yeah, could be the Huns next to be eliminated. They are down to 1 city now, so not going too well for them. There you go, England grabbing Novgorod, and that just leaves Attila's court for Attila. And this should be it. Russia, with their turn coming up. Go really slow now, won't it, as I just like hype up the moment. There we go, Huns, next civ eliminated. So we are down to, let me count this right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 remaining, 2 of which are guaranteed a spot in the final, 1 of which will have a chance to be in the final, as Germany is the first civ into the Renaissance era. They're looking very nice and strong here in the middle of the map, but obviously they're in the middle, which can be difficult. Sometimes it's better to be at the edge, where you don't have to border everyone on all sides. You can sort of not worry about the ocean, but yeah, that is not the case here, obviously. So I've had a little look at the info addicts, nothing super in deep, just, you know, everyone's favourite stat, military manpower. And it does suggest the 2 Western empires are definitely the strongest at the moment, Rome and Sweden. Obviously they're next to each other, so that would make some sense. They've got to defend against each other. But yeah, these guys certainly have the biggest armies at the moment. I mean, you can see Rome's, that is pretty terrifying. Sweden's is a bit more spread out, but there's quite a few troops down here. And I mean, this is a free city, should they want it, off England, for example. And yes, Sweden should grab this city, as was predicted. And also, pretty big news, Russia and Rome have sort of teamed up. It didn't quite team up, it was a couple of turns apart, but they've both attacked Germany. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I think it's going to be a bit awkward to get to them, but we'll see. You never know what could happen. They're both pretty big, especially Rome. So yeah, anything could happen. And Sweden now involved. I mean, again, Sweden don't look super committed to it, but it could end up turning badly for them. One thing I will say, it seems like this one's going to go a lot deeper than the Americas one, in terms of what sort of technologies we're on when the game finishes. We were sort of early modern era when that other one finished, with the planes were just sort of being used, but it was very basic. Here we still have 7 civs alive. They all seem Greece and England maybe are in the lower part of the pecking order, but the rest of them all seem pretty close. Like, there's not, you know, but bearing in mind, again, it's about survival. It doesn't matter if you dominate the whole game. If you die at the end in 4th place, then that's it. It doesn't matter how well you've done the rest of the time. So we'll see what that sort of leads to. It could be quite an interesting set of civs getting through as Sweden finally grabs this city. And so it seems to be beginning maybe the fall of Germany. I mean, actually everyone's been pretty safe for like the last 20 turns. It's been the quietest period since all the wars broke out. But yeah, Russia does manage to grab that first city, and that can, you know, it opens up a lot more space compared to this like little tight gap they were squeezing through before. This could really help Russia. Obviously, if Rome could come through into the north as well, this city would be quite important. Obviously, it's surrounded by mountains. That is very difficult to get to. But if these cities are to fall, then it could start to get a little nervy. I don't want to count Germany out. They're still pretty big. They're still very powerful. So I wouldn't, you know, get too concerned for them just yet. And they just pieced out with Greece, actually, and took this. So that's obviously pretty useful for them too. Not so good for Greece. Just interesting. I saw it on the minimap and was just like curious as to what it was. I found Krakatoa and like, how are you supposed to get this? Like, you settle here? Like, it's gonna take forever. I don't know, that's pretty weird sort of placement. There is a couple of islands that maybe someone will settle at some point. I can see no one's seems to be in the deep ocean just yet. Which is a bit weird, because I thought they have like that level of technology, but maybe they're just avoiding boats because of the map. You know, I'm sure Deity AI is smarter than me. With the votes, again, I can't embargo city-states because there is none, right? Oh no, there is. No, wait. What? No, I think I can. Now, hang on. Yeah, it's not an option, which is a bit weird because normal AI battles, it is an option. So, whatever. We'll just try and undo the banning of furs. I won't propose anything new and crazy that might slip through, but I'll just like undo something that's already been voted on. Normally they won't vote on it anyway because they voted it through, so hopefully that'll be like me minimizing my impact on the game. So there's not too much going on at the moment, but Germany did peace out with everyone, so they're safe for now. They did... Oh, they took this back, but they've lost it again. And they did lose this city that they took off Greece. Big war at the moment between Russia and Poland versus Greece, but even that's not really leading to anything. Everyone's pretty equally matched. Oh wow, Germany starting to put down some citadels. But yeah, I think Greece should be the next to go eventually. Like, it'll take some time, but eventually they should be next. And then I don't really know what happens after that. I assume England will be at some point too. They just look really far behind for technology. But then I don't know. Could be interesting between like the final 5 and take a long time by the look of it. Okay, so yeah, Greece in trouble now. Athens in the red. Only took a few seconds after I last spoke. So there we go. Finally got things going. And Germany also just declared war on Poland, which could be interesting. I think Poland's still too good defensively, plus with the Great Wall and just these awkward positions. They should be okay for now, but maybe in the future we'll keep an eye on it. And there you go, Greece lose their capital. One city left, the former Celts capital. We'll see how that goes for them. So Rome is starting to grab some random islands around the edge. So keep an eye on that. I mean, this is very crazy settling, but there you go. Okay, Sweden and Rome going after Germany again. Again, it's still awkward. I think you're going to need planes for this to work. Germany also has artillery now. I don't know, someone else might do, but it doesn't look like it just from a quick hover. Don't want to discredit anyone there. But yeah, and Russia beginning to start to make the move towards the siege of Greece. And we also have got some of the first ideologies being picked. I saw Rome just got one. I assume they might be first, or, you know, not many will have them so far. Let's have a look. Here we go. Yeah, just Rome, but I'm sure we'll see some more of those come in as well. Yep, so Greece should be eliminated next turn. Russia just got some artillery and they've got cannons there. They just absolutely wrecked it this turn, so I'm sure they will get the job done there. So that will put us down to 6. So there will be 3 civs to go. Now we need to get to the final 2. That ending might take a while. But yeah, we need to get to a final 2 to know exactly who came first and second. And then obviously whoever's third will go into that vote where you guys can decide who makes it through to the finals, essentially. And there you go, Greece is out. So Greece, the Huns, and the Celts will not be featuring anymore. And we still need to knock out at least 3 of these civs. Okay, and Russia is joined against Germany again. So Sweden and Rome already back at it. Although Rome, for some reason, have really bad technology. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, this should be interesting, to say the least. I'm surprised Russia didn't go after England. I thought that would have been the easy option. But yeah, they're just sort of sitting here. You never know, maybe they're good friends or something, I don't know. But maybe England have a chance still. But in terms of like favourites, I don't really know. Sweden, Rome, Germany and Russia are the 4 big ones. Poland, I feel like strategically they could survive. It's possible. It's more likely. In England, I feel like they are the outsider at this point. They've got very, very little expectations for them to get through. Poland and Rome teaming up on Russia, which is a bit strange from Poland, to be honest, because they're going to be fighting this pretty much by themselves unless Rome has, you know, not even like a super strong navy. Yeah, not really sure about that one. We'll see how that goes. But obviously Russia is fighting Germany, and just took Munich, although lost it back again. Yeah, I'm not really sure. That's going to be awkward for Russia, but not really what I'd recommend Poland to be doing either. So, bit of an interesting one. This is taking a lot longer than I was hoping. It was going so quick at the start, but now we seem to be in a stalemate. No one seems to be able to take anyone out or on. It's ridiculous, really. But it's interesting. It's interesting from overall. We don't know who's going to win. Any of them could get through at this point, but at the same time, from me staring at it every turn, it is not particularly great. It is just this city going back and forth for 20 turns now. Nothing else really going on at the moment, anyway. But hopefully something will start up soon. It'll be quite interesting. But even like England is now stacked with units, so it's not gonna be easy, even if they are the weakest civ. I don't even know if they are the weakest, but they look pretty weak, so that's what I'm going for. Russia does peace out with Germany. They will now turn their attention to Poland, which could be bad news for Poland, to be honest. I'm not sure. Sweden and Rome are actually fighting each other. Rome somehow grabbed this city here. I have no idea how, but they just did that, so that's interesting. We'll see what happens. But, and Rome actually has planes. I did not notice that. That is a big step up. For some reason, they hadn't upgraded their land units. Like, they were attacking Germany's artillery with legions. They still have a couple. But yeah, now it seems to be starting to move a little bit for Rome. And planes, certainly very useful, particularly when the other AI don't have them. Like, especially at that point. They're not necessarily the be-all and end-all. But yeah, I mean, if the other AI can't defend from them, doesn't have them, and Sweden actually looks pretty spread out and weak right now. So maybe Sweden could be in a bit of trouble. Okay, Germany joining against Poland now, so this could be bad for Poland. I think this could be it. Maybe with Russia putting in some effort, not everything, but yeah, with Germany and Russia, that could be too much. I'm not sure, but maybe they just start to crumble a little bit. They might not get taken out, but just a bit of a crumble. Sweden now have planes as well, so that evens the playing field a little bit. Didn't take too long, but this is looking serious. They're taking cities off each other down here as well, around here, so maybe this could lead to something bigger. But they seem too equal. That might be the problem. They do seem pretty balanced, or at least with borders like this, pretty equal. This is obviously very difficult to get through. We'll see. But there's a chance for Rome here, or Sweden. But I feel like Rome has the better chance. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Never mind. We have peace deals between Russia and Rome, and Sweden and Rome. Although Russia grabbed this, so that's a pretty big game. Russia's certainly emerging as the biggest power right now. Initially it was Rome and Sweden. I feel like Russia might have taken the crown a little bit. They've not caught up on technology to Germany. That's their issue, but they are getting better. Well, we've hit the hour mark, which is how long these games are supposed to take, and we're still none the wiser out of these 6 who it's going to be. But yeah, hopefully soon we'll get some idea. I don't know. Even England just seem to be doing fine here. Just sat here. I'm very surprised. You feel like if Russia took them out, or if Rome took them out, they'd be in a better place themselves. But obviously they're just ignoring that opportunity altogether. And Poland's holding everyone off pretty well. This city's under a bit of pressure, but yeah, for the most part they seem to be doing fine. Grid. No. Okay guys, change of plan. There's some technical difficulties. One, the game's taken forever. And some civs. Not civs. The game's breaking sometimes, so that's a problem. But yeah, Poland, I'm going to be doing it basically by turn number now. So I'll drop back in, hopefully, and then I'll save it at each point so that I don't lose loads of progress, because that was really annoying. Something just happened, I just lost lots of it. But yeah, Poland did just die to Russia. Germany chipped in. But yeah, there's 5 civs left, and hopefully we can get to like a final 2 as planned eventually. It seems like it's going to take forever, but a few hours at least. But we will. What am I going to do? What? If not, I'll use score or something at like the last save point. If we can't keep going, then we'll have to use score. I think that's the fair way to do it, because there's too many things to sort of judge if not. But yeah, we'll just keep going, and I'll just come back every 10 turns, I think, unless like nothing happens, then I'll do 20. Okay, England was next to go. It took about 20 more turns, and it happened very quickly. Like Germany was putting in a bit, and Russia just all of a sudden jumped in and finished it off with these cities as well. Russia's definitely in control right now, I would say. They've got something like 30 wonders, and the rest of them have 10 between them. It's quite impressive, and I mean, that's not everything, but it's a pretty good amount of bonuses for them. I did say we're going to try and get down to the last 2, so I'm going to do that. Obviously, I won't be checking in too much until it happens, just because they're all still really big. Like, it could be any of them at this point. I don't really know who's going to die next. It's not obvious anymore. So I'll probably just check back in when I can, and let us know. But yeah, it's taken a while, so I'll probably come back when we're down to the like 2, or when it's obvious who the 2 winners are going to be and who's going to be like that 3rd place vote civ. But yeah, England's gone, so we're down to 4 remaining for the 2.5 kind of spots that are available. Okay, it's turned 300. It's been about 100 and actually maybe 80 turns, I think, since I last said anything, but nothing has changed. Literally, Germany conquered 1 city. That's it. The rest is still identical. They've all reached the end of the tech tree. We're no closer to knowing. So I'm just going to have to end this one. I will be setting a turn limit and some other things for the next ones, because I was getting quite frustrated with this one. This has been like the game from hell, whereas the previous one was really nice and it was done in an hour. So I don't know what was different there, and that was with city-states. I'm very surprised that this one was so equal. But yeah, I don't know. We're still no closer. So I'm going to use score. It's going to be heartbreaking for somebody because Germany, Rome, and Sweden, I think, are all very close. Russia is miles out and ahead of them, so they're already through, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we'll use score. Depending how close it is, I might make a decision, but I won't say it until I see it. So here we go. So boom. So yeah, Russia miles ahead. Look, double everyone else. But these are all within 100 points sort of each of each other. So Russia, there you go. They take spot number 1. Now the second spot I'm going to give to Rome because yeah, they have one, and they actually, I think they do still have a really big military. They were doing really well. Sweden and Germany, 3rd and 4th. Now obviously only one of them in theory should make it to that vote to get through, but I'm going to be nice here. This is only like what? That's 15 points. That's a bit harsh. So this is a bit of a bigger gap, but this is really close. So I will put Sweden and Germany both into the vote, and then they'll still be that one spot and one other civ from the other game. But yeah, for the next one, there'll be a turn limit. It will be an even smaller map, probably, just so there's less cities and stuff. The other concern is for this one, it's going to go on forever, because there's all these islands, like, it's never going to end, I don't think. And they're all really strong as well. I just don't know. I don't think we'll ever get to 2 on this. People always say you should do the AI onlys till you get to that. Some of them, it would take forever. This probably wouldn't get there for at least another, maybe, it's been 100 turns and nothing has changed. So I don't know how long it would take. That sort of pace. But yeah, we'll end this one here, and I will have a new one with it'll be Africa next, then Europe 2, then Asia. No reason why, I just decided right now. I was just like, I gotta pick one, so it'll be Africa next. There we go. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Russia and Rome will be joining the other civs that have already qualified for the final. Germany and Sweden will be in sort of a playoff qualifier if you guys do want to see either of them again. I mean, they've all done very well. They all deserve it, I guess, at this point. It's been a very weird game. This one's gone the full distance. The other one stopped just shortly after planes were invented, so that was quite a surprise. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.